What's up, guys, and welcome into another episode of the Breakout. As always, I'm your host, Robby Stanley. Got some Nashville Predators talk headed your way today. I got a couple bold predictions for the Predators for this upcoming season for some individual players. I'll get to my team stuff later on next week, and we'll give you some Central Division predictions, Western Conference, Stanley Cup Final, that sort of thing. So we'll get to that next week. But right now, I've got some individual player Predator predictions for a couple guys. What I think they're going to do this upcoming season. Number one, Filip Forsberg. We all know how dynamic of a player he's been for the Predators the last couple seasons. Scored over 30 goals in each of the last two seasons. Became the first Predators player in franchise history to do that. I think this year he takes the next step. I think he reaches the 40-goal plateau for the first time in his career. I think everything's set up nicely for him to do that. You just take a look at the way his past two seasons have gone. Not very productive from a goal-scoring standpoint in the first half of each of the last two seasons. I don't think that'll be the case this year. I think he'll be productive right from the start. And if he continues to be productive offensively in the second half of the season as well, I think that sets up for a really successful, groundbreaking season for Filip Forsberg. I think he's going to reach the 40-goal plateau this year. He has the talent to do so. I think when he puts together a full season of production, he's able to do that. I think he does that this year. That's number one. Number two, I think a Nashville Predators player, whether it's Roman Josi or PK Subban, will win the Norris Trophy this season for the first time in franchise history. I just think when you take a look last year, particularly with PK Subban, had some injuries, was injured at the start of training camp, had an injury midway through the season that caused him to miss 16 games, was getting used to his new teammates. I think it's a perfect storm this year now that he's more comfortable. He's in year two of the Predators system for him to be much more productive offensively than he was a season ago. I think if he stays healthy this year, he could really have a monster season for the Predators. I think he's been really good in preseason so far. I think Roman Josi, you know what you're going to get out of him on a nightly basis. He's been very, very good for this Predators team, particularly over the course of the past three seasons. Has finished in the top 15 in Norris Trophy voting in each of those seasons, including the top five a few times. So I really think that Roman Josi and PK Subban are going to have very good years for this Predators team this season, and I think one of those two guys will win the Norris Trophy. So those are a couple of my bold predictions for Predators players individually this season. Yeah, you know, another guy you could probably toss in there is Kevin Fiala. Has had a really good preseason so far. They're relying on him offensively to help replace the goals and the production left behind by James Neal. But right now, I just think Forsberg, with the way that he's trending, remember, he's only 23 years old. He's still entering the prime of his career. I think he's still got a lot of hockey and a lot of ability that he hasn't put on showcase yet. I think you'll start to see that this year and have his most complete season of his career. So I think Forsberg scores 40, and I think either Roman Josi or PK Subban wins the Norris Trophy for the Nashville Predators this season.